They moved on, and Naysha asked Morphine if she felt a lot of pressure being in the first bracket, and did they know they were first? And Morphine confirmed they did know they would be the first bracket. Morphine then got quite candid about her experience on All Stars 11. She explained that she was, quote, not mentally prepared to go back because she had just been doing a lot of gigs, and it was right after she was in a very serious car accident. Morphine added that during filming she, quote, definitely went through a form of psychosis, and that she was not okay when she filmed All Stars. She was also doing Drag Race Live in Vegas around the same time, so she was really not doing well. But Morphine joked that when she found out who the rest of her bracket was going to be, she felt like she might have a chance, but then Morgan came in and, quote, stormed the bracket, and everyone did really well. Morphine also mentioned that a lot of people in her bracket don't get along, although she didn't say specifically who. Aura asked if it was Mystique Summers, but Morphine said she loves Mystique. Morphine also said that Mystique doesn't really like anybody, which is a different thing, and she jokingly mentioned Mystique's best friend Dawn, and this was obviously a joke because Dawn and Mystique have had a previous feud, which I talked about in a previous video. Morphine also said there was so much pressure in bracket 1 because they didn't know what challenges were coming, and for example, Morphine did not know they were going to have a sewing challenge. Apparently, Dawn had told her in the car on the way to set that there was going to be a sewing challenge, but Morphine didn't believe her. Dawn then said that it was actually in the email that they got, but Morphine said she didn't read it. Naysha then asked Morphine and Aura if it was an easy decision to say yes to All Stars. Morphine said she was literally in rehearsal for Drag Race Live in Vegas when she got the text, and Plain Jane was checking in with her, and Plain actually asked Morphine if she was sure she should go back because she was going through a lot at the time. But Morphine said yes immediately because she didn't really know how to say no, and Morphine added that looking back, she's like, quote, that was not okay, and now she would say no. Aura said for her, it took a minute to say yes because after her first season, she was scared to face the fans again and all of the toxicity. So she had to do therapy and work on herself first, but she eventually decided to do it because she wanted to remind herself that we do drag because it's fun and because we love the craft. Naysha then said, if you don't like a queen's wig or something, that's fine, but when you attack the queens personally as people, it really does affect them. Aura said the comments do get to her, but she's now handling it differently and will sometimes just like a negative comment just so people know that she has seen it. Morphine added that she didn't get that much hate this time around, but she has seen people commenting on her weight and her face, even though people know that she had to get facial reconstruction surgery due to the car accident. So Morphine asked people to please stop coming for the queens. They moved on and they talked about the challenge for this week, which was the queens had to write and perform songs in pairs. Aura said that they did get to watch the other queens' performances from the sidelines. She also revealed that the queens did not know the prompt for the girl group challenge ahead of time, so they did not bring pre-written verses with them, so they all had to write everything on set. Cara then mentioned that Silky was performing in her promo look, probably because, as Morphine had mentioned earlier, Silky's designer had bailed on her at the last minute. Morphine also revealed that she had problems with her own promo look, and it only arrived 2 hours before they had to shoot the promos, so Morphine was almost in the same situation as Silky, but luckily it did arrive. Naysha then said the quality of the songs this episode sucked, and at times she couldn't hear what people were saying, for example, April Carry On. Aura agreed and joked that when you put so many layers of auto-tune onto something, you're going to lose the quality of the voice, and people laughed, presumably because Aura was making a jokey comment about April's singing. They then talked about the lip sync between Aura and Crystal. Aura said about 10 seconds into the song, she knew it was over for her because she could see that the judges were just looking at Crystal and not her. And Aura looked over and saw that Crystal had extra limbs as part of her outfit as a gimmick. But Aura wanted to keep going regardless, and she joked that it felt like there was a gun to her head telling her to keep going. Naysha told Aura that everyone in the room shared the same opinion, that Aura definitely outperformed and out-lip-synced Crystal, and that if it weren't for the gimmick, Aura definitely would have won. There was then a VIP question which asked what the queens stole from the All-Stars set. Morphine said the production team had specifically told the queens not to take the gold heads from the set because they're hand-painted with real acrylic paint, not just spray painted. Morphine joked that Juicy Love Dion calls her a, quote, klepto because things just end up in her bag. And Morphine said she only remembers stealing one of the gold heads, but then when she got home and opened her suitcase, there were actually 3 of them. Morphine then also said she stole the notebook that they had specifically said not to take, and she also stole the headphones and the pen. Morphine also revealed that she, quote, ripped a piece of the wall from the set and took it home. And Aura admitted that the only thing she stole was also a piece of the wall because they had scissors backstage and were just cutting off bits of the wall because the wall is just a printed brick fabric. And Naysha joked that by this point, they probably need to order a new wall for the set because all the queens always do that. There was then another VIP question which was, does Morphine think that RuPaul hates her? Just as some background to this, I did see that recently Dawn appeared on Plain Jane's podcast, and in that episode, Dawn said that she thinks that RuPaul hated Morphine.
Wait, you were going to talk about Morphine.
Oh, well, see, she's as forgettable to me as she was to RuPaul.
Oh, no, RuPaul hated that woman.
Why?
I don't know.
Did you... Was it clear why? Or?
No. Just being on set, it was clear that... I don't actually think that RuPaul hates her, but being on set, it was clear that there was just not a sense of living for Morphine from the judging panel.
Interesting.
Which was confusing because all of the girls in the challenges were like, oh, you're taking it.
So I wonder if that was one of the reasons why this person asked that VIP question. So back to Roscoe's, Morphine said she doesn't think Ru hates her, although she said you could tell during the season that Ru could see that Morphine was not doing well, so Ru was trying to figure out how to talk to her. Morphine then told a story about meeting Ru and Ru's husband backstage at DragCon. Morphine was with Raven, and everyone had been told to clear out, but Raven told her to stay. Ru then walked in with her husband, and Ru's husband said to Morphine, quote, by the way, we watch you at the house. And Ru apparently remembered Morphine when she told him that she was the, quote, BBL one. So Morphine said she thinks Ru does like her, but because Morphine was upset when she did not win a challenge on All Stars, Ru basically told her they weren't doing that today, but Morphine accepted that she was being a, quote, brat, and she deserved it.